As a contractor in Washington, D.C., you are getting a contractor surety bond, and it's probably going to be one of many that you'll get throughout your career. If this is your first time getting licensed, the idea of a surety bond is something that's probably new to you. And that's why in this short video, I'll make sure you understand what a contractor license bond is and why it's required, common bonding requirements in Washington, D.C., the bonding amounts and prices for common bonds, and how to purchase your bond for the lowest possible price. This is going to be a quick video, or I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. And if you get value from it, if I make this bonding process just that much faster for you, do me a favor and hit the like button. It would actually mean a lot to me. So let's get right into it with what is a contractor surety bond? In the contracting space, there are a lot of different surety bond requirements. They really all kind of boils down to just two main categories though. You've got license bonds and you've got construction bonds. A license bond is a surety bond that is required by like a state licensing agency so that you can actually legally do work in that state, county, or city. A construction bond is a bond required for one particular project by a project owner. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of different surety bonds that you'll probably get in your career, but they all have the same fundamental purpose no matter which one you're getting. A contractor surety bond is a legal contract that acts as a personal guarantee that you will follow local building codes, regulations, and laws, serve your customers with good business practices, and complete all projects according to the contract. Simply put, the county or city is requiring this bond because it's holding you accountable to the business or to the contracting building codes and laws in that area, as well as serving your customers. So it's for the protection of your customers. And that brings us to what specifically does a contractor bond protect against? As you know, in order to legally perform work in the DC area, you must be licensed. But despite this licensing process, every year there's going to be a small number of contractors who will purposefully and financially harm their customers so that they can make more money. Examples of these fraudulent actions can include things such as failing to complete a project, failing to start a project after collecting a deposit, swapping out materials on a project to save money, refusing to pay subcontractors for work they completed. So if a customer or a subcontractor you hire is harmed by any of these actions or similar ones, they can make a claim against your surety bond for financial compensation. The amount of that compensation is limited by the bond amount. So any one claim, or if there's multiple claims, they are capped at your specific bond amount. I'll get into pricing of the surety bond in just a minute, but first I want to quickly go over the most common types of contractor bonds that we help with. The most common contractor bonds in DC. So Washington, DC has its own bonding requirements for just the DC area. And because you'll probably be doing work in Virginia or Maryland, you're going to probably bump into a lot more surety bond requirements. So back to DC, here's a short list of the bonds that we help DC contractors with the most. The $25,000 home improvement bond, the $5,000 refrigeration and HVAC bond, the $5,000 plumbing and gas fitting bond, and the $5,000 electrical contractor bond. This list is not exhaustive. There are a lot more contractor bond requirements in the state, so if I didn't mention yours, click on the link in the description, go to the page where you'll see all the different requirements. If you don't see your bonds listed there still, request a price quote. Tell us about your bond, what you need, and the amount, and we're going to make sure that we can help you get it done today. How is a contractor bond price determined? Real fast, I want to explain how a bond price is determined, just so you know we're not making this up out of the air. Essentially, all contractor bonds are underwritten by a surety, and a surety is just the insurance company that underwrites these contractor bonds. Every surety is going to assess an applicant, you, in their own way, using mainly these three factors: personal credit of the owner or owners, your business and industry experience, and any prior claims from previous bonds if an owner has been bonded in the past. So based on these factors, the surety is going to quote a rate, and this rate multiplied by whatever your bond amount is will be the price that you pay. The good news is for pretty much every DC contractor bond, we can get you immediate pricing. We can skip the credit check and skip the background or the business background check. So let's actually talk about some real price examples. How much will your contractor license bond cost you? We are Surety Bonds Direct, and we're a specialized surety agency, and we work with the highest A-rated sureties across the country to find you the lowest possible price for your surety bond. Like I said, these sureties, they do an independent analysis of each applicant, which means the prices can actually vary by a lot. 1 to 2 percentage points can save you hundreds of dollars. So let's look at some pricing examples. So in the DC area, here are the exact prices for all the major contractor bonds that we can help you with. The $25,000 home improvement bond is $438 for a 2-year bond term. The $5,000 refrigeration and HVAC bond is $175 for a 2-year bond term. The $5,000 plumbing and gas fitting bond is $175 also for a 2-year bond term. And the $5,000 electrical contractor bond is $175 for a 2-year bond term. So as you heard, these are all one payment or one price for a 2-year bond term, and we're going to talk more about that in a second. But first, we need to talk about some right-of-way bonds in the area as well. Right-of-way contractor bonds. So as a contractor, really in any city, if you ever do a right-of-way project for the city, you will have to get a contractor surety bond. In the DC area, there are 2 common ones, the street opening bond and the restoration bond. The bond amount for these particular bonds, it's going to be varied based on the actual project itself, and it's likely that you will have to go through a soft credit check of the owner or owners in order to get actual pricing. But not always. The best way to find out, click on the link in the description, go request your price quote. There's no obligation to purchase, and you can get your pricing right now. Are you doing jobs in the surrounding areas? Being a DC contractor likely means you're probably also doing work in Virginia or Maryland. Both of these states do have a statewide contractor license bond requirement. In the description, I put a link to both our Virginia and our Maryland page, so you can go learn more about those particular bonds. I also think I have videos on both of them, so those links will be there as well. Keeping your contractor bond active. So in DC, as we've already mentioned, there's going to be that 2-year term for, it's one payment for pretty much a 2-year bond term, at which point you have to renew your bond for the next 2 years. The confusing thing is in DC, each license has its own expiration date, so that does make it confusing. The surrounding areas in Virginia and Maryland, say for example, they have a statewide license bond. Those are usually going to be one payment for 1 year. And this is another great reason to work with us, because we're going to manage the process or the bond for you. So you can purchase it, almost kind of forget you even have to worry about it. When it's time for you to renew or when it's expiring, we're going to give you a call 30 to 40 days in advance so that we can get the renewal process done. All you have to do is pay the renewal premium and your bond will stay active for the next term. If you don't need your bond, let's say, for example, you're going to stop doing work in a particular city, you can just let the bond expire and you don't have to worry about it anymore. That's the DC contractor bonding process. Let's quickly recap. The county or city is requiring you to purchase a contractor license bond to hold you accountable to following the contracting laws in that local area and keeping your promises to your customers. And we are here to make this process fast, pay as little as possible, and we'll manage the bond for you. If you're ready to get your bond now, if you're under a short time crunch, click on the link in the description, go get your pricing, purchase your bond today. We'll have it to you within 1 to 2 business days at the very most. If you have any comments or questions about the bonding process, go to the comments and leave me a comment, and I'll make sure I answer you. I always answer every single comment I get and question. That's the bonding process. I hope you learned it. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know that I actually did a little bit to make this process a little bit faster for you. Thanks for watching. Good luck getting your license and growing your business.